This is Mayor Coleman Young on the mothership with Mojo, still flying over the city from north to south and from east to west, and still asking the citizens of Detroit to keep the city going strong. This is Mayor Young.
Because sometimes you got to get up off your knees and start moving forward. So let's plan the next development for Virginia Park. Let's build some new houses out here. Let's get some dedicated school teachers who live in Detroit. To cooperate with us and give an education to our children. We have a responsibility. I can raise as much hell as the next person and talk about how I've been done wrong. But after you get through complaining and listing your grievances, you begin to realize that nobody is going to help you unless you help yourself. Now we're talking about these kids who are shooting each other. These kids are not orphans. They belong to somebody. And in some cases, they might need some help. There's a whole lot of single-parent families out there. In many cases, there's no man in the house. Some cases, no woman, because, they run away too. So I'm talking about single-parent families. After I get through speaking, and Joe, you gave a beautiful speech tonight, but after you get through speaking, I think I have a responsibility to select maybe one kid. One. Get a kid a little money, encourage that kid. Give him some guidance in the school. Help the family. Church groups should do that. Block clubs should do that. We can turn this city around if we recognize that nobody's going to do it but us. Now it seems to me that that's the type of reflection that is demanded from us tonight. That's the type of challenge that we face tonight. I'm glad to be here. I think it's appropriate that on this day, and you don't see me dressed up like this often, I want to apologize. But I couldn't get out of it tonight. Because tonight, and I thought it was appropriate that on the 20th anniversary of 67, the transportation system, they said, would never happen. The people mover was busy running downtown. But not only is it running, but we've done something that no other city has done. We put beautiful artwork in every station. Half of those works of art are by Detroit artists.
That's right.
Black and white.
That's right.
Beautiful. That's a sign of what we can do when we put our shoulders to the wheel when we get together. I think that the People Mover celebration tonight is the perfect answer to where do we go? Are we doing any better? I think the meeting here tonight, the fact that you have taken time out to reflect and to deal in unification and dedication is a guarantee to me that this city can only go forward. The city's strength is in its people. You are its people. You are its strength. Brothers and sisters, let's go from here together.
The preceding was his speech to the 20th anniversary banquet at the Joseph Walker Williams Center, commemorating 1967.
I know.
You said it.
Alphonse and Gaston.
It's worse than that.
You said it been a very good day. What did you mean?
I met some positive things happen. This morning I thought the receiving of the award from HUD, which marked the recognition by HUD and people, a committee consisted of mayors and others from around the nation, of the significance of the accomplishment of the rebuilding of 12th Street, when it's mentioned only briefly and in passing in our own press. We read all about the burning down, but very little about the rebuilding. But that's significant. And of course, the week-long program with the people in this community, who are a remarkable group of people. Reflection, unification were the theme, and dedication to move forward. As you know, it's an unusual community and blessed with some real leadership.
This meeting seemed more like those gatherings you used to have when you were a state senator over on 14th Street.
That's right. That's right. And over at Franklin Settlement, which is where we met once a month. And every year we would meet at Martin Luther King High School.
Well, Senator Young, Joe Williams said that you and Senator Vaughn co-authored the bill, Public Law 189.
It was Representative Vaughn. I sponsored the bill in the Senate.
Okay.
And when it got to the House, Jackie took it.
Okay, so he wasn't a senator.
No, he was not a senator then. That was 20 years ago.
When people say that, have we really come better or have we come further, don't they really mean, like the Urban League says, that the plight of blacks in general?
Well, they can mean a lot of things, and that's why you have to be definitive about what you mean. Mm-hmm. If you mean in terms of rebuilding the city, I know damn well we've come a long way forward.
With blacks all over the state, the rate, the income, the unemployment rate in general, aren't we all worse off?
Well, as I said, they're two different aspects. Mm-hmm. And don't ignore the positive while you bug the negative, which you seem to be doing.
Well, the Urban League says.
Well, I don't give a goddamn what the Urban League says. You have eyes for yourself. You can see, and you know.
Okay, Mayor, a week ago you had about 12 tractors out cutting down the vacant lots. Why just before this ceremony this week?
Look, man, I've had enough of your negativism. We cut lots when we can get manpower. You know, the thrust of your question, who you represent? Man, what the hell are you trying to do? The dudes at Free Press has killed us. I would expect a little bit better.
Well, you didn't want to respond to the Urban League question, which is a general thing.
Look, I have already responded to the Urban League question. I think the Urban League is absolutely correct. Unemployment today is higher than it was. Black families are falling behind. But that does not mean that Detroit is not better off than it was. Can you comprehend those two seemingly contradictory statements?
Certainly I can.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's all.
Mr. Mayor,
and what I'm telling you is the general press has been bugging the negative, and from the center of your questions, it seems to me that's where you were coming from, too.
Well, I know the council people weren't here this afternoon, and it was, as Mr. Ritchie said, a momentous event.
This is the mayor speaking to the People Mover Art unveiling.
This is a great day or evening for the city of Detroit. The People Mover, that is moving. It's on schedule. And the second phase is on course. We will be transporting people beginning the 1st of August, and we will go through a 6-month trial period. I think it's very exciting news. We're dealing with a 3-mile closed circle. Actually, it's an elevated railway in a circle. If you were to straighten it out along Woodward Avenue, for instance, from here, it would almost reach the General Motors building. It gives you a good idea of what rapid rail transportation could look like. As a matter of fact, we view this as the first stage in a rapid rail system that will service the whole area of Southeast Michigan. That's why this first step is so important. Now, there are many people to be congratulated. Obviously, the fact that the People Mover is about to be finished is basically a tribute to the perseverance, the strength, and the determination of the people of this city. There's not much the Detroiters can't do when we make up our minds to do it. Just another example of that. I think that there's no question that Turner Construction did an outstanding job as contract supervisor. At Turner Construction, you hear clapping. There is no question that UTDC of Canada has done an outstanding job. And this People Mover takes its place alongside 2 other similar systems. One in Vancouver, much larger, and one in Toronto. I think that city personnel, all of the departments, DOT, CDD, and from my staff, Dorothy Brody, has done a hell of a job. Irene Wall. Her determination to bring art, good taste, culture to this plebeian transportation system. Everybody knows my love of the arts. Seriously though, and just in the few names that I mentioned, you can see that this People Mover is the product of a lot of people's love, a lot of people's effort. And I think it's very appropriate. It's taking place today, on the 23rd of July, 20 years after the civil disturbance that some people say would be the end of our city. Well, if that is true, Detroit's got a hell of a way of showing that it's dead. We are getting prepared to move forward into the next 20 years. The People Mover speaks for that. We come a long way in 20 years in rebuilding our city. We have a long way to go. I think it's very proper we should pause. The 20 years is punctuated by this People Mover opening. Let us ride the People Mover tonight. Let us admire the artwork, and I might indicate that this artwork is done, about half of it, by Detroit artists. There's a name that's well known in the city of Detroit to those of us who come from the east side, and maybe the people who live all over. Lovey. Lovey has a whole lot of qualities. His produce has a lot of talent. And there's culture here. And one of the finest pieces, not 2 of the finest pieces, right? All right. Yeah.
One to your left, the other to your right.
I know. I love it.
said two.
Irene is correct me, she said all 13 are great reasons. And again, congratulations to all concerned. Let's continue to move forward. We will move forward first in a circular motion. When we straighten out, watch out.
His greatness in life, though silhouetted by meaningless controversy, has finally found its own place in the sun and death. The lion sleeps tonight. The lion sleeps tonight, while on the prowl, with a mighty growl, tonight he rests for a little while. From his first until his last breath, every day was a fight, but fought he did with all of his might. The lion sleeps tonight. One day another, inspired by him, will come this way. In his footsteps, he or she too will trod onward and upward to the top. Mayor Young laid the foundation for us to change the nation. Yes, struggle he did, his pain he hid, and he fought for us nonstop. Though gone from sight, we stand in his light. Now the night is not so dark. Not far away in Elmwood Park, the lion sleeps tonight. Coleman Alexander Young, the People's Mayor. A J Stone audio presentation.